Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be trying something new this time round as I try and add more stuff to YouTube. I'm going to be trying to communicate more as a blogger than a vlogger. Vlogging doesn't entirely come naturally to me. I don't really like speaking in front of the camera, and I'm terrible at keeping my thoughts sort of straight and things. So I'm a better communicator when I write stuff down. So I'm going to try doing blogs, but I'm going to upload them here on YouTube as a sort of, with a video accompaniment. Something nice. Maybe a walk somewhere here in nice sunny Borth at the moment. So, let's give it a go. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've got an album update for you. The new album, the recording of the new album has finished, set for release this autumn. The making of this album has been a private hell of sorts the past 5 years. The pandemic, losing the band, losing the camaraderie of being in a band, finding the guts to perform solo, and practicing all the instruments to a level the music required all tested my resolve. Remember that time in Liverpool when I lost my laptop and all album progress in an unknown taxi last year? Huge thanks to the taxi driver who brought the bag to the police station thinking it was a bomb. Otherwise, this album story would have ended there. It was also challenging to balance the lyrical themes, from unhinged rants of student debt and snapping condoms to sincere explorations of suicide and mankind's search for meaning. There's elements of sunk cost with this album, with the emotions and time invested, and honestly, I've barely enjoyed any of the progress of making the follow-up to Life Absurd, but it came from a place of necessity as an artist. Listening through the basic mix of the album, I'm really taken back. A bit emotional, a bucket of relief. The album flows nicely, 9 tracks fly by with a variety of ideas and sideways riffs. Some are in odd time, 5s, 7s, 9s, while some others are played at blistering tempos that will require tons of practice playing live. Looking at you, landmine on a frisbee. I do some death metal vocals on a couple of occasions, and the humour is scattergun throughout. But the real ambitious statement is the 16-minute 3-part title track that closes the album. It's heavy on piano, spoken word, blast beats, with an instrumental section, that's its climax, that throws the kitchen sink into a maddening vortex of random precision. It sounds fucking crazy, and I can't wait to perform that part on stage. There are ways where the album kinda sucks. My vocals are and have always been the weakest factor. I find it difficult to control my voice, and a greater range or dynamics could complement the music better. Though the purpose of my voice has always been more about expression than technique, still some parts were written with certain notes and melodies in mind, but I fell short and had to settle for less. It's also not a conventional album, nor is it particularly easy to listen to. Apart from the couple of songs where I've failed to not sound like Discharge, it's not straight up metal, punk, thrash, grindcore or whatever, so it's not going to appeal to anyone in a genre scene where familiarity would help the accessibility. And because of the lack of a non-electronic drum kit and a recording space, I've settled for a drum machine for the album which clips the album's wings a bit further. The drums written are dynamic and very fun to play, but even with my best efforts, people will still easily notice the lack of acoustic percussion. All that being said, how's that for pre-release marketing hype? But overall, I'm immensely proud of this work. It's fucking mental. It showcases what I'm capable of as a multi-instrumentalist, and that the end result is very close to what I envisioned from the start. I've done my best to alienate myself from musical templates of other genres and write from an experimental approach. I'm not just ripping off 3 or 4 bands, but from hundreds. It's a solo project, but it couldn't have been done without the help of 2 of my friends, in particular Charlie and Kieran, who lent me the gear I lacked while giving invaluable advice and insights that improved the album considerably. One described the album as definitive, and that in a word describes this album very well. It's my lifetime statement as a musical and performance artist, and the truest expression of myself I could make. The album's called Sisyphus Happy. So there we go. That's the blog. I'm going to try and keep them short and snappy, and see what you think of this new format. Cheerio. Bye. 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 Bye.